It's game 2 of 2 here in Dale Softball Stadium. NC State wins game 1 over Queens University 7-1. Both teams were playing good defense, but the long ball played a big difference in the Wolfpack's.
Different situations pitchers can take. They can be a starter, a reliever, a closer. And Wyman, she did just that.
Ashley Mickler with a first pitch, just screamer down the third baseline, and Hannah Goodwin's able to swing it for the fences.
I think they're going to do a little bit of both. I mean, Kayla Smith is one of their top hitters, if not the top hitter, so you're going to see her swing hard. And I just think they just need to keep putting good swings on balls.
Laying out for it there was Tori Inslee. Ended up into the warning track. It got down in time.
And Queens was really just missing that timely hit, and they need that right there, just like that, for them to get on the board and for them to get on the board early.
Close play at the plate is in time. It was a great throw out in right field. That was Taylor Inslee who made the play. But you gotta like Kayla Smith coming around from third base there. He talked about the timely hitting. They're trying to take advantage of the...
It's more aggressive.
Gotta feel good coming out against Riley Wyman when they've already seen her. Wyman gets one right back hit to her, and it came off of the glove. Lambrecht not quite able to support her in time to get it over to first base. I think Wyman got a majority of the contact there off of her glove. That's the second time that she's gotten hit this season, at least this weekend, that we've seen. That one got off her glove for a majority, and he just shakes it off, and we'll get right back into it. But it's first and second here for Queens, 2 outs.
And if you're Coach Goins, you like this response. You know that you were right on the cusp of getting things going, and already it looks like a completely different team at the plate.
NC State now will look to try and stunt that momentum here. Staley puts it to Kaylee Lambrecht, and they will get away without any damage being done. NC State with a good first inning. There you go, first pitch swinging. It's out in the right field. Michaela Strickland holds on to it, but that's the approach that she takes when coming in, and it's rare to see that as a freshman.
She just has a...
Daughtry will be at second base instead. Inslee gets a piece of contact on it. Ellie Wyndham is underneath out in left field, and what an active first game she had, and she's already back here making plays for Queens.
Yeah, she was sailing all over the place. She had a plate, just her ability to rebound and her ability to be a tough out.
That one's going to get down in front of Natalie Wyndham. Drops down for a base hit for Michaela Marbury. That's the approach you talk about. Got down 2-0, or got up with that double. And puts one into center field. Misjudging it was the center fielder. That was Cassidy Staley. Got underneath her glove, and Marbury came all the way around to score on the play. And Amanda Hassler's on second base with an RBI double.
Tough ball, tough read, and tough situation there with 2 outs.
And a runner on second, and Hassler hits it well. Going to find a spot out in right center, and it's over the wall.
Home run, NC State, Hannah Goodwin.
Hannah Goodwin finds some space and delivers a 2-run shot out to right center. And have a week, Hannah Goodwin. She continues her hot streak.
This is so important for NC State because I feel like she has been the missing piece towards the middle bottom of that lineup as far as consistency, and Dunn just left it over the plate too much there. And again, at the beginning of the hour, we talked about eliminating the home run with runners on base. And so it's great to see that from her, great to see her connecting, because they're going to need that going into the weekend.
And for Queens, caught the wrong side of it those 2 times. Hit well by Ellie Goins. Backing up onto it is Michaela Strickland, and it's off the wall, and it gets away from her, and they're going to wave her towards third base. Ellie Goins is on third base. The cutoff not in time. And she finds a soft spot, hits it off the wall, and is on
Side.
Miranda says off speed and outside. Tarpey hits it to the first baseman, Lindsay DeRoick, and they record the 3rd out. NC State puts 3 up in the box. Leftwich as Ellie Goins, Taylor, and Tori really got some solid spots out there. Nice play from Michaela Marbury. She had to backhand that one and got to her quickly. And for the defensive questioning that we've had, Strickland will get her first opportunity. I've seen Riley Wyman today. Man, this is ideal for NC State. Couple of pitches, couple of outs. Michaela was getting down quickly there on first base, however. Good effort from Queens, but Riley... 3-2, loads up on another. It's fouled off. Or no, it's not fouled off. It's put into the right side of the infield. Kaylee Lambrecht able to hold onto it. Squeezes out at second base.
And people doing their jobs.
Lambrecht, one hopper. That's Madison Daughtry who makes that play. Funny, she makes that. She's the one who actually was the substitution that was made for Coach Goins and Queens from the ones that they can't grab onto because they're over the wall that have really hurt them. Elena Smith has another single And I don't think that she's had a real 2 to 3 game stretch like we've seen in her career where she's just really seeing the ball so well and playing so that with 3-0. Inslee double taps it to the second baseman. They'll get the force out. That was Madison Daughtry who makes that play. Busy this inning. Gets the force at second, and that's a good outcome for Queens. It's through 1 2/3 so far. Tori Inslee is down at second base and will look to go to third as they're not playing it quick enough. And lackadaisical moment there from Kayla Smith behind the plate, and a slow throw back to Jordan Dunn.
State needs to have, you know, when they're playing conference opponents and such.
Taylor Inslee puts it deep into right field, and it finds a hole, and it's over the wall. Taylor Inslee, opposite side, brings her sister around and extends the lead for NC State, her 9th on the season. Taylor and Tori contributing to the Wolfpack.
Yeah, what? And like they have a staff, and they're going to need the whole staff to be able to compete in the A-Sun, and so I think you're going to start to see them utilize that.
Michaela Marbury sees one.
Her stoicness and, you know, her ability to stand in and just be consistent. She can cover that outside part of the plate so well, and you saw that there with that hit going to the right side.
Gets down just in front of Michaela Strickland out in right. Behind you has largely been good. It's the long ball that you can't control. Runner takes off towards second base. That's Amanda Hassler who's going to get an SB on her card. Good on it and put it in play, and she's now starting to produce even more for NC State. This is opposite field once again. Michaela Strickland goes over and makes the catch. Good play from the right fielder as she holds on to it and gets the third out. Capital City, NC State leads 5-0. Another potential for a quick out here for NC State. That has been the story of the defensive side of the ball for NC State. And on the flip side for Queens, they've just come up and off 3-2. And she hits that one well. Backing up onto it is Tori Inslee out in left, hand on the wall. She makes the catch at the warning track. And that's the thing's composed at the circle and throws strikes as best she can. A single there for Kayla Smith as it gets by both Michaela Marbury and Hannah Goodwin, who are diving out to try and make the play. And a 2-out single there for Queens and Kayla Smith, who just got the single. Wyman to the plate, big swing and a miss, and Riley Wyman gets a strikeout to end the inning. 5-0 your score here. Understandable that they don't want to pitch straight to Ellie Goins. Has a home run on the day. And did not ever get a strike there. Will take first base. And now
This game, and just being able to hit for power just like that.
go ahead and call it, Miranda. That ball is gone. Michelle Tarpey caught every bit of it. A no-doubter for Michelle Tarpey. You heard the gasp in the press box as soon as that one got off the bat. NC State extends their lead out to 7-0.
Yeah, she got all of that right over the plate, and I didn't expect nothing less from her as far as she can see the ball really well. And this is what Coach Leftwich is talking about, needing her power in the lineup.
Lambrecht, who will be swinging away to try and get on base. Not at that one. She holds off. And will take her base on balls. And that's a good outcome for Kaylee Lambrecht, who is trying to string together a couple of good eights. Elena pops it up. Left fielder will call off everybody else. Natalie Wyndham makes the catch. Underneath it for the out for NC State.
Have to find it from within and really spark that plug back up. I mean, when you're being successful like, you know, NC State has, you can kind of get a little complacent, but then when your game series, when they're in conference, and I really think that that's a big part of it.
What a throw down from Kayla Smith. That's why you moved her there to the catching spot. Gets a cheating Wolfpack runner down.
Each person in the lineup to get on base.
Wyman has a 1-2 count. Swing and a miss on Deroic in the dirt, so Hassler will have to throw over to first. But more of the same from Riley Wyman. 2-1. Riley Wyman loads up. It's a tapper. And good hustle to get off the circle there and make the play. Riley Wyman just as active in the field when the ball is in her court to make a play on, and she gets the second out. Base. That's what will happen. It'll be Brooke Piper who gets a base on balls and will sit on first with 2. Lyman was loading up on that one. Hassler couldn't quite snag it with her glove. And that one gets by Amanda Hassler.
Already at bat.
Maybe Wyman does something different here. Hit well, it's gonna find a gap, and Michaela Strickland puts it off the wall. And on pitch 14, she brings another one around, and it's an RBI single for Michaela Strickland.
That ball was lace, but again, what a great at-bat by Strickland. She waited to get a pitch that she could handle, and she just kept battling, and that just shows the fight that this Queens team has, and that's a long, hard single.
Right back up the middle, Wyman bobbles it, but she'll still make the play. It was a home run from Michaela, or well, no, it was a double from Michaela Strickland that brings a runner around and breaks the ice for Queens, 7-1. This time puts it in play. And Mickler makes the play at short for the first out there for Queens, and that should get Abby Craver a little bit more settled into this one as their defense helped behind her.
Which sometimes, you know, you have to do things to try and re-motivate these athletes, and just like that, I mean, that ball was hit hard.
Tracked down well out in center there by Cassidy Staley. Michaela Marbury showing the power there, gets it out to the warning track, but a quick hitter count. And never got the pitch that she wanted to hit. So with 2 outs, she's on first base. Craver peeks at the wrist and loads up on another 1-0. The ball gets by Kayla Smilla. Didn't really even get by her, just fell by her wayside, but has, and more appetizing for Hannah to take a swing at it, 3-1. Back up the middle, Hassler has to get out of the way of it, but they push over and make the play. Ashlyn Mickler makes the 2. Wexelman has a lead. Big swing and a miss as Mickler swung and caught. Still supportive of Kayla Smith. Big swing and a miss. Aisha Wexelman, 2 and as many, as she has looked so confident coming out of the half-inning break here for NC State.
And that was a borderline strike, but you want her to leave it there because you don't want her coming all way back over the plate.
Abby Craver will stay on first base. Aisha Wexelman walks her 3rd batter. Wasting no time. Quick peek at the wrist. Comes set, loads up and delivers at the plate and gets her 3rd strikeout of the inning. Aisha Wexelman walks off with 3 strikeouts and as many batters for the Wolfpack. Owens, big swing and a miss on one that's in the dirt. And that'll be a big-time strikeout for Abby Craver, who gets the leadoff batter for NC State. Never got anything to swing at, and that's saying something if you're Michelle Tarpey, because she will just take it, doesn't matter where it's at. We'll try and take a chop at it. And struggled offensively throughout this season, but like you said, the faith is there from Coach Leftwich. Potential to turn 2 here for Queens. It was close. Lambrecht beat it out. And for trying to turn this order around here for NC State. Catches it, but caught too much underneath it. And that's a 3rd out there for Queens as Natalie Wyndham makes a catch hold and holds on to it. Still 7-1. And she never saw a strike from Aisha Wexelman there. And so on first base, nobody out. Hit to Hannah Goodwin. She opts to go to first base instead of even thinking about going towards second. What do you think about that decision there, Miranda? Runner on second base. Strickland does make a little bit of contact, but Amanda Hassler was there to hold on to it behind the plate. 2 outs now. Aisha Wex position, and Queens need runs. That one gets away from Hassler. So Staley will move over to third base. And now Wexelman, I think her
Do is just back away a little bit and turn on that.
3-1 pitch, called off by Kaylee Lambrecht. She's underneath it and makes the grab. Aisha Wexelman strands. Abby Craver still on the circle here, and there's Tori Inslee, who gets herself a single. Only took her 2 pitches, and that's kind of how her approach is at the plate. She doesn't wait. Squares the bunt around, and wow, it's beautiful. They waved it off immediately, actually. I believe that the umpire called that play dead at the plate, but I could be wrong. It seems that they're going to let it roll with the way that the umpire was Marbury waiting on her pitch, and a good jump there from second to third from Tori Inslee. She saw the little bobble there at the plate, I think, by Kayla Smith, or maybe she didn't, and she just decided to take off. And a quick look at the wrist, 1-2. Marbury taps it. Is it going to get down? Nice play from Michaela Strickland out there in right field. That's going to score a run, and that wasn't the story there. Michaela Strickland with a really good play out in right.
What a great play. You know, you're down 6, you're down 6 runs, and you get in there and you lay out for it. But I just want to, note how important that bunt was, because she's not going to score if she's not already at second because of that drop ball. And so, behind the plate, but at the bat, she also has to contend to be an offensive firepower.
Vapor dribbles one down the third base line, and it's a nice play from Brooke Piper, who makes the play.
Choices, but if you have an outside part, you can't back away, so you have to stay a little bit more true. Right.
That's a good pitch. Aisha Wexelman, middle, gets her first strikeout of the inning for bases when they've needed to. This one's going to get over the head of Michaela Marbury, and a single there for Ashlyn Mickler, who just got just enough of it to get over the straight up. A lot of altitude on this pitch. Michaela Marbury calls everybody else off and makes the play and squeezes for the second out. NC State 1 out away from completing this doubleheader set of victories here.
Virginia Tech on Friday, they can compete and get some wins.
Aisha Wexelman calls for it herself and gets the third out for NC State and completes the win and the doubleheader here against Queens.